doing? How is Lionel doing it too?
Lagging. Why?
Ted, get your ass back in here. We need to do the intro.
Wait, I'm gone? Oh,
Yeah,
I got
you're
kicked
gone.
for flying! I got kicked for flying!
I had plans to make a very intense introduction to this video, but I decided against it because it deserved better. It deserved something more natural, something to show the experience. I was originally going to make this story about the event, but there's around 1,000 events that you can watch on YouTube by various different YouTubers. So here's the event from a perspective you probably are not going to see a lot, and it was really actually kind of painful and annoying at some parts, but the people I got to work with were really amazing. Horizon's video is going to be in the description if you want to watch that. It's a lot better, and it's not even released yet. It's not going to release for another couple months probably. So yeah, I just really wanted to show this video. I know it's not retention grabbing, and I know it's not my best video. It's actually probably one of my worst videos recently. I don't know why I'm bashing myself. But this is the 1,000 player Horizon event. I worked with, what, 15 other people? It was amazing. This event started like pretty much any other 100 or 1,000 or even any amount of player event, where we all went and rushed to get as many of good gear as we can get and establish home bases. This isn't kind of crazy or even kind of surprising, because almost every event you watch, you really see this. It's not like this is some kind of newfangled thing that hasn't been seen a million times.
Here's my gift.
Especially in survival events when you're fighting off an enemy at some point in time, or any kind of event like this, it's just not really new. So I can add highlights, but Horizon wants to do like a lot of highlights and a lot of cool stuff. But yeah, no, this was a lot of fun overall. I found an ancient city, which was kind of cool, but most of the time it was just me running around. Most of the time was quiet time though, so we had like random conversations like this. Question, why do you have so much dirt?
I am flattening out our island.
Oh, okay, yeah. And since this is more of a supplement, I should mention that, yeah, the island that you might see at the end of this, that was all terrain. That was the whole entire island of just different varying. We had to flatten it out completely to even start building, and it had to go all the way to, like, I think near like halfway to where old Bedrock was, so Y0. So that was a lot of digging, and the reason for it being called Duplicity is soon to be revealed. By soon I mean near the end of the video. So something else, I was at Village A. Village B is where everything is, including most of the villagers. Village A literally had just a sheep farm, and what you're seeing on screen is Village B. It's much more developed and has all of the loot, and what you just saw there was the world's shittiest iron farm. I shit you not, that was actually what they tried using. I'm not saying that it was bad. It was literally, I mean, like 10 minutes and they were logging off. So I joke about it, but I tried to fix it and not really. Main problem was, like, you know, there was other places for them to spawn, so I tried covering elves and slabs. I really tried hard to make that work, but we kind of just made it in an open ocean after a while. But you won't hear that from anywhere else. I'm just kind of trying to share my experience with this generally. The phantoms were hella annoying the entire time. I think they were eventually turned off. It's been like, what, 6 months since this happened? I'm kidding, it's been 3. Who you're seeing there is Ross. They're one of the moderators, and I talk to them quite frequently throughout the entire event. They're pretty cool, and they help during the end and throughout the process. They're one of the mods that were on the server most of the time, so that was kind of cool. Here we have me kind of suffering in the early days because stuff was still very disoriented and disjointed. I don't know why. We really had a lot, but we just put netherrack and stuff everywhere, and I really just didn't like how disorganized it was. So yeah, even at early times I was still tilling the land to hopefully make the iron golem farm work, but no, it's not happening at all. I don't really think I was doing anything right. I should mention this was the proper iron farm I was working on.
Why is there so many bats?
I can AFK overnight.
Why is there so many bats? There's 500 bats.
Horizon summoned them.
With the obsidian.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
He's gonna AFK for the rest of the time. This is...
I should mention, I also couldn't like participate in AFKing because this was on my old laptop that could barely like function for 2 minutes. Now I have it just set up running 24/7 because I have it completely optimized. But back then I was my only computer, and right now I'm using my new one, but at the time this one barely did anything. It could barely run Minecraft this well, and I'm surprised it's still running a video. It made it through the event, and that's what mattered. I just hiccup. I don't care, this is going in the recording. I should mention, we had established an economy of Robux, Bobucks, sorry, my bad. I don't really know why. It wasn't even an economy, we just had it in the game for some reason. It was some texturing thing they did. So, yeah, I honestly don't, that was just a random thing that I think no other YouTuber is going to mention, but yeah, no, we had Bobucks, so take that as you will. And lucky for us, the stronghold was literally, I think, 100 blocks away. It was over a mountain. So yeah, and this is when I ended up with Canadian, and I had a very good idea. No, seriously, my plan at the end of this was to fill the entire stronghold room, including part of the stronghold, with stone, so it would be unfindable to people who didn't X-ray. I should mention, Horizon has an anarchy server where people hack all the time, and a lot of their community was coming into this because they were the one hosting it. That might play into effect, but you know, it's okay because I have blocks. No, it didn't work. I'm gonna be honest. I'll tell you right now, it didn't work. But it was cool. It was really cool. It ended really cool. By now, you've probably noticed that the gear is pretty mismatched. I have iron leggings and elytra and some diamond boots. Now, the reason for that is because I just didn't get armor that quickly because I just had no need for it initially. I was mainly just gathering things as I got them. But for this, I just kind of had no reason to get like armor because we weren't fighting anyone for like another 5 days. So like, what good does that do to get armor? So pretty much all my goal is to get materials and build things. And that's pretty much it. And I just had to make sure things run smoothly. And that was pretty easy. I kind of just organized a lot. And I got 2 backup sets in the end. So it obviously worked. And I used both of them. Now, something I should mention, because it's kind of cool, is that I cured villagers quite a bit. Not to the extent that other people did, but I had my own little place for curing villagers, which, as you can probably see from the footage, it was a dangerous task, but I want to explain why the setup looks so weird. So if you did not know, hi, future water, TLDR, iron bars and beds make villagers cure faster. That's it, bye. Also, like I said, I would just be showing things that you'll never see in anyone else's videos, so here's a clip of me being AFK and just random voices happening in the VC. I'm pretty sure I was gone for like dinner or something.
Back, and then he just shows you this random ass video. I don't know what the hell it even is. It's like a German song or something like that.
I'd like to reiterate, I still have no idea what that was. I really don't. But I kind of just want you guys to know what it feels like to be in one of these events. Because I don't know, I don't see any like YouTubers putting out videos on like, here's what it's like to be. It's like, nobody does that. No. Why the hell would anyone do that? No, that's not entertaining content. So I thought, might as well make at least one for someone to see. Even if it be like 2 or 3 people. Hi, 2 or 3 people, how are you? Comment below what your favorite, I don't know, syllable is. I just want to give you guys the real Eden feel, and I want this to be more of like a talk, a conversation between me and the disembodied head that is the computer. I do want to mention my main thing was bastion raiding because that was the fastest way for me to get netherite, and it worked out pretty well. I got like 23 netherite ingots in a pretty short amount of time, and I got my entire set. So that was pretty fast. This was all of day 5. It was just me grinding stuff. That's why no one includes this, because majority of it's boring, but I thought, hey, let's include some part. It's kind of interesting. You're not gonna believe how long it was between those 2 cuts. Anyway, let's continue.
Bro, Wada would be a perfect Secret Service member.
Yeah, I can see it.
Why?
Because I was about to perfectly headshot snipe this pillager, and he just jumped right in front of it last second.
That's why it took so much. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they got that much of a buff. Look at that, we're doing a raid. Who would have thought? But yeah, we kind of just started this raid because we got bored at a point in time when we didn't have anything to do. So the people that were online, we just did a raid for fun. And we went to see how well our village could take it. The car accident. I am the car accident. Nope, you're not getting context for that. Anyway, this is our storage of enchanted books that we've been containing for a while now. And we're just kind of getting something so we can get a lot of max sets armor, which I will use later because I needed a lot of armor. And by now, we were getting mass sums of obsidian from our obsidian farm in the end, to the point where we just had it in random shulkers and chests. So you could see probably that I looked in the shulker, and yeah, it's kind of overflowing in different places. Wow, look, footage of me building. And if you're wondering what that water bridge thing is around the build, it is literally just to keep boats from going across easily, and we thought it'd be annoying. And since I was stubborn and thought that bed bombing in the nether was not an efficient way of getting netherite, I just decided to go from bastion to bastion and collect all of its netherite. And while it did work in the event, I don't know if it's actually more efficient, but I did get more than the person who took a ton of TNT. I don't really remember who it was, but I knew I won the race because it was kind of funny in the end. But anyway, I just wanted a lot of netherite, and I wanted to make a lot of bonus sets for people if they died, which maybe will come in handy, who knows. What you're about to see is when I won the event, and we got the permission to use TNT dupers.
Alright guys, say bye-bye to the island.
Hooray.
I'm not dead.
Nice.
I'm not dead.
It was lag.
Oh, it's not loading in for me. Okay, now it is. Okay, it's just not loading in. I'm gonna go to the other side.
Yeah,
What do we do?
it's lagging a lot.
And that right there is where I won the event. And if you're curious, our first intentions were literally to break everything in this. It was completely outlined with obsidian, so the TNT wouldn't go any lower. But yeah, that was our first plan. It was literally just to completely level it with a beacon and some pickaxes. Luckily, we did not have to do this, and the island exterior kind of remained the same until we finished the build. No, I said I didn't like doing TNT, but yeah, I did that. I did bed bombing. Look, it was a way to do it, so I did it. I didn't do it for too long, except for this entire session. So that's all that happened in this. Then I found a spooky village and collected all the string. That's all that happened in like the part 5 recording. That's all I have down. Status update on the whole. It's bigger. Duplicity review, it exists now, a little bit more than before. Big chest review, it still exists as well.
Is it at the bottom?
Hey, what is it looking at? Oh,
Virtual! It's a warden! It's
Should we kill it?
Bro, Horizon, you were hesitant to set the weather to clear, yet you summon a warden.
Can someone put water down there? Wait.
And everyone did
Oh,
not want
why did you-
the farm.
Spawn, bruh. He's at spawn, bro.
Oh, I
Yes,
get my
it
own
is.
stuff.
You died to the warden, bro. What
Yeah,
are you
but I got my
thinking?
own. I would get my own stuff. I'm a big boy.
Where's my stuff?
Well, yeah, but too bad. Do we have something called
It's in a
friendship on
chest
the
somewhere.
server?
I'm not used to that.
This is not my stuff.
I'm going
I
to kill
can
you regardless
ban
of
you
your
when you kick
option.
me out when you ban.
I tossed everything down
No.
to the bottom.
Not up here yet?
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
Honestly, I respect it. Self-promo all you want.
there's nothing in there.
I just put it all down. Here, pearl down.
Of course you
My
get
God.
to
I thought you were down below.
little.
How low? How low are we talking?
Hey,
Okay.
here's your shit.
Bottom.
Sit in the corner.
Thank you.
I think I dropped you
Okay.
something of mine, the ender chest.
Yeah. One.
Yeah, I'm just
I don't
trying
know
to.
why you
trying
killed
to
the warden. You could have used that.
I'm just
fucking
trying to
trap.
game, bro. You don't gotta be so toxic.
You were in despawn it.
Where's my totems? And as the days go by, we were reaching the 1 week end point of this project. And now I was getting ready to start my very good idea I had with Ken, which was to block in the stronghold and make it so you can't find the end portal through necessary normal means. Now keep in mind, most of these players are not going to be playing through normal means, so this would work for a normal person and be nearly impossible to find, but unfortunately, these are not normal people. The amount of time lapses in this thing is insane, I'm gonna be honest, but it's really all that this boiled down to make it interesting. Because quite honestly, at this point, all the interesting stuff stopped happening. It was now just getting down to building and recreating what we need to make. Right now, I'm mining a bunch of sand for one of our defenses, and then it's just a montage of me mining a lot of other things. And then I placed a lot of obsidian, and we're all hunky-dory, and I just hiccuped again. This is the second time this recording. I really can't get a hold of myself. Anyway, we had to place it in a diagonal fashion just to stop people from going through and make it harder because you can't mine diagonally in Minecraft. And I mean, like, you can't mine diagonally in a 1x1. It has to be 2 blocks in one way or another. And there's a lot of thought put into this entire base design. Credit to Canadian Avatar and a few other prison builders. But those are just the two I can name off the top of my head, and thank you to them. But Duplicity was starting to look like an actual base now. It wasn't just some kind of, oh, it's kind of looking the right shape. No, it's actually becoming a base. And the water, if you're curious, is going to be filled with slabs, so it makes it harder to mine because it just, you know, mining is hard with slabs. I don't know. There's an entire explanation. You'll see it in Horizon's video, probably, maybe. Probably not. Now, since the rest of this was pain and suffering and just building, there was some funny clips. It's just a lot of it was pain and suffering. So, you know, I might as well show you the funny things. This is the social side of the event instead of the event. I know why they made it German. It's because
the Mambo seems like the type of person to live in Germany. I don't know why.
I will die on this hill. Oh,
Give me
Ken.
book, give me book, give me book. I'm little nerdy 12-year-old girl who reads Harry Potter. Give me book.
I put it in the blue thing.
That is so real.
I already
You put it in what?
I put it in the poker box next to it.
These exist? I've never seen these in my life.
Cookies are on this list because my dad died from eating too many of them. It was like the cookie monster.
Now, this is all in good fun, but the event was coming close and we had to finish up building. But unfortunately, one of our members had a little bit of encounter with a creeper, so to speak, and it was not in a place we had coordinates to. So, sorry, Ken.
Can't believe I got Canadian on the history bandwagon. Let's fucking go.
So, we may be in a circumstance that is not great.
Ken, how did you blow up by a creeper?
So, okay, well, I blame the cheap armor you gave me.
I gave you prot 4
there were like a
netherite.
billion totems at the village. You have no excuse.
I gave you
I don't hold
27 totems.
Well, you should hold totems.
Ken,
Okay.
you are the problem here. I'm unfortunately, I have to tell you this. I don't like making you bear the weight of Ken.
Okay, so this might actually be a serious problem because I have no idea where I died.
Ken!
Ken, oh my god.
I do a little bit of trolling.
Ken, don't worry, I got you. Where
I do a little bit of losing all our books and all our feathers and all
Ken!
Did you die near the base or the prison?
No, I traveled. Okay, so I traveled east, west. I traveled west looking for chickens to kill.
Manifest destiny. All right, go on.
Okay, good.
It's in a meadow, I think. Pretty sure it's a meadow.
Is it in
You'll
like
see, you'll see some kind of ravine by it.
And to shorten this from being an hour long, it was actually 20 minutes, and luckily Ken's stuff was unloaded for most of the time. And even though we had no way of finding their stuff any foolproof way, and I did pass it several times it seems, he still did find it in the end, which I think is kind of cool. Anyway, this is about all I have to show about it.
Kind of confirms this isn't the place.
There's no creeper hole near it. Oh.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
I've never heard you so happy before. God damn.
Oh my gosh! Oh!
What?
The best
Also
Your mic is
celebrating.
cutting out.
Minecraft player ever! Alright.
What happened?
We found his.
No way! Oh!
And as the excitement dies from our short panic, nothing else really happened in this session. It was 4 hours of just building and kelping. Yeah, I meant kelping, don't worry, it's a long story, but there was a lot of bubble columns. But overall, it was a lot of boring things that you probably don't want to watch. And that's pretty much all it was for the rest of the time. And until we finished the base, nothing really interesting happened. And as we were nearing our final days, the base started to finally look almost complete. We just had a little bit more obsidian to place and a lot of lava to do. And that was actually about it. There was not much to do, it was just more or less tedious. Very tedious. And by very tedious, I mean hours of doing the same exact thing. We placed obsidian for so long. It was crazy. But overall, we did get through it, and I placed a lot of lava. I can say I placed a lot of lava and a lot of obsidian, and that's about it. One small fact, there was actually a hole through the direct center of Duplicity the entire time, until we actually patched it when everyone started coming. because, you know, it was there just so there could be a beacon. We didn't keep it. But anyway, it's time for the part you're probably waiting for, where we grief ourselves to make sure no one else can get our spoils. So this was a hard time because we had to blow up every single thing that we had worked for in epic fashion, should I say. But this was the first time we blew up everything. There was another time, but I like this one more. And, you know, there was more hype for this. The reason there was 2 times is because it was technically 2 weeks, but it was only because there was a delay because the server couldn't handle the amount of players. So, enjoy this montage of us blowing up our base and destroying everything we had worked for in the past week, and over like 1,000 hours collectively. But that's not it, because like I said, this was a 2-week project. This wasn't just a 1 week. It was technically a 1 week project, but everything we exploded had to be backed up because the server failed to actually work for the first time we did the event. And if we could get a little more done, that would help a little bit, because the rollback was from a few hours prior to this, and we had a lot of stuff we had finished in those few hours because it was crunch time. That's what you do. So everything we had exploded had to be undone completely because we literally had work undone. So we had to collect more TNT because we realized that the first time we did all of this, we didn't have enough TNT to blow everything up because it wasn't as pretty. We had to manually destroy a lot of it, and that didn't look good for camera. So the second time around, we got more TNT. But the reason that didn't work was because I forgot to record those damn explosions. Now, all fun aside, I know what you're here for. I know what you want. You want the grand finale, the final or last hurrah, the 10 versus 1,000 player event. And I know I said this was about the social aspect in the first part, but you know what? I'll give you a treat. I'll give you a montage. Where have I been the past year? I will show you. I really hope you enjoy this. I will upload a separate one that's 1080p. It's all pretty. I spent a lot of time on this. I hope you enjoy. I put the credits right in front of you. So if you want to find the stuff, please go look at it. Give them support. Like their stuff. That's it. I'll let this play out. This was all edited. Done in the past like few hours. Like more 48 hours. It was a lot of work. So please enjoy. And thus, with the final moments of our free time being taken away, I got our final preparations ready as the others gathered resources they needed before they left for good. As soon, we'd begin the epic battle of 10 players versus 1,000. Cannot hit other players. They
I'm back there on the outside and we'll patch it up. Need somebody. Kill them.
We had been building up for days had finally come to fruition, and our only job was to protect its core. I put the world's shittiest end defense in, so don't worry. There's nothing protecting us.
Oh, they have
90.
90. Oh, okay, so
I'm
we
even
don't
studying
even...
now. Okay, so
Okay. You're here for moral support. We can use the power of friendship.
I will be
That's
your
it, that's
friend.
it.
That's all. My
Yeah.
existence will be all you need.
Even if we go AFK, it shouldn't matter. You guys gotta tell us when they're on the outside and we'll patch it up.
Our only real roadblock was not being able to hit people with their swords, and we could only use bows for the first half of the event. But we soon learned that that would be no problem, because we clearly knew we overestimated these people by a lot.